Afternoon everyone, Ragewood here, back with another Godforge video. It's Friday, so you know what that means, it's time for Friday Leaks. And today we're visiting an old friend, so buckle up, and without further ado, let's get to it. So I just want to start off by addressing the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about myself. No, wait, I am talking about myself. I am very much aware that I sound awful. I am full of the sniffles, the cold, the common cold. So I just want to apologise in advance for that. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. So I'm going to start this video by actually going back to a video that the Simon and the Fakeless team did a while ago when they're talking about body meshes and things like that. So let's go take a quick peek at that one.
Away from dogs and wolves, and let's move on to a satire. Anyway, whatever. We got this initial concept from Esther, and Esther was like, well, we've got a few different body types that we could go for, you know, each with their own type of feel to it, but generally on the same type of theme. Yeah, so it was like, what if we wanted a slimmer body type or an initial different body type? So Dane did some work here, again, in this kind of like line drawing to say, well, is it possible that we...
So here is that mesh, okay then, guys. So as you saw from the first one, we had the satyr, or the picture of the satyr, as we can see right here, and we have the side profile view there. This is the guy we are revisiting today, so the sort of entire process has finished, and we're now going to be looking at the finished product. Now, Simon will then go on to talk about how now they have this creature profile, they can then develop it to a werewolf, to a sort of fellbat, minotaur, alligator, fishman, etc. And yes, so satyr has been finished, and there's also two other sort of smaller spoilers or teasers in one of the pictures at the end. So here it is, satyr. Now all of these are labelled at the top, so through the different sort of days and stages of the character's progression. So this is day 3, and this is where they're talking about blocking him out with no armor. Now, if you want to find out more about what blocking out is and all that kind of stuff, go check out a recent video done with Susie and Nico, where they talk about Sigrid, I think it is, and Nico sort of goes through the various stages of character development when he's doing it. So yes, this is day 3. So we've obviously gone from the initial concept, which sort of we saw Simon show in the video beforehand, and then this is stage 3. So obviously they've sort of taken that initial design, fleshed him out somewhat. It's interesting because the only sort of satyrs that I know from sort of lore are the guy voiced by Robert De Niro in Hercules. I forget his name, but he's a very happy, chirpy kind of guy. This man does not look like someone you'd want to bump into on a Friday night. But there you go. So that is stage 3, or day 3 of the satyr. All of the muscles really popping here now, big claws, etc. And then these are the various profile views that we've got as well. So we've got the belt on just here, and you can see looks like the Olympus sigil on the belt there. Don't know if he is going to be Olympus faction himself. It could be, but I think the satyr can sort of go really in any kind of faction. But yeah, he's got like this sort of brown arm. I say brown, sort of leather sort of based armor by the looks of it, with his braces on. And his braces once again have this Olympus sigil here. And just, the level of detail that they put in, even something as small as this, it's very nice. Got the goatee, the horns here, they're sort of hunched back there, tail, and then there's the back profile view again. Then we move to day 8. So a lot has obviously happened from day 3 to day 8, and now this is the low poly stage. So low poly, if I'm not mistaken, is when they're taking like the high resolution sort of design or 3D design, and then they're moving it onto a low resolution sort of body to make it better suited for mobile games, that kind of thing. So you've got the three various views, but as you can see, we're very much missing those popping quad muscles just that we saw earlier. The chest muscles as well, all of the veins, all of that has disappeared now whilst they're putting it into this sort of low poly mesh, if you will. From there, they moved to day 9, and I don't know what this UVS done thing is. Now, to me, low poly done means that the low poly mesh is built. UVS done. Now, I know not a lot about game design, but UVs, I do know, come from the sun. So, I wonder if this has something to do with the various light angles and what they really want to stand out, would be my guess. And the 2K, the 1K would be sort of like 2K imagery, 1K imagery, that kind of thing. Complete guess, I have no facts to base that up on. Just taking a slightly logical guess, I suppose. We've also got the blue and the red. Might also have something to do with particular movements the character's going to take in game as well. So, yet to be determined. The next image is of day 11. So, 2 weeks to sort of make one character. It's a long old time. A lot is going into it here. Now, baked doesn't mean high. I believe this means that his model has been sort of rigged and sort of ready to go into the game. And this is what he is going to look like. So even though we've got that low poly image, we've got a load of fur over the quads now, blocking some of that muscle. But, the sort of skin texture is still there and looking incredible, by the way. Got his trotters, still got the belt with the Olympus sigil there, and once again, not someone you want to see at a Friday night. Looking wicked though, and you've got your various angles here, so the fur, the beard, all in there. Another side angle. Is that his tongue? No, it looks like maybe teeth. And the rear view there once again. And then this is him. Now he's textured. So we've gone from that sort of grayscale view to having some colour added in. So we've got like the crack in the horn, the moss as well. This guy has seen a lot, this chap. The yellow eyes, goat eyes just there. The fur really coming out now. Gold sort of filigree around his braces and his belt. I think it's quite nice. Sticks out there as well. The green loincloth covering what little dignity this satyr has. You got the skin and the trotters coming out. Got a tattoo. on his left pectoral. And yeah, just pretty cool looking guy. And he's only a rare hero. That's something else to consider. The level of detail they're going into is great. Really good game graphic design that we're going to see here. Very much like Dragonair Watcher of Realms. Looking really cool. Day 15, texturing done. So what we've got added here is some sort of like a war-torn field, sort of blood splatters that we've got here up on the forehead, again round on the chest, that sort of matted look in the fur. Pretty grim if I'm being honest, but great from a game design point of view. On the belt and on his loincloth. Bit there in his hand as well, so he's obviously mauled something. Bit of a grim way to go. His braces got the mossy feel, so you wonder whether he's pinched these from someone. Maybe Herc. So you wanna be a hero, kid? Well, whoop-de-doo. I have stolen all your armor and your gauntlets and eaten you. I'm pretty sure that's how the lyrics go, right? We'll see. We'll see if I was right. And then we have the engine testing, so everything was done, and then he was thrown into the game. Now, the other cool thing I like, obviously, we can see sort of the Norse background here. He's got Olympus detailing. He's put on the Norse Asgardian background, so I think this is probably just a placeholder for now, just to see what he looks like. But there he is. That is scary. I do not like that. But the fact I don't like it just shows what a good job the artists have done here in making this guy look as good as he does. The lighting here hitting differently. And this is what I said, you know, if we remember rightly, it was this right leg had less UVs than the upper torso, so maybe I was right with that lighting. Just looking at all of the pictures that we've got here, all looking very cool. But revisiting an old friend and seeing his journey is not all that we have today. So the other thing we've been given is, I guess you can call it the concept art for the Minotaur. So again, as shown by Simon's first video, or Dane's initial drawing, if you will, they can use the same body for different creatures and just beef them up a little bit. So we also have the Minotaur. So say looks very similar, just much sort of broader shoulders, a sort of hulking back, sort of the Cretan Minotaur of myth that everyone feared, as it were. Slightly bigger horns, more pronounced. And you got the albino version, which is reference to Poseidon's bulls. Potentially another skin opportunity there as well. A very menacing look there, both of those top two. And then the side profile once again, so you can see straight away he is going to be bigger than the satyr, which maybe makes me think maybe the satyr is a common hero perhaps, and the Minotaur being the rare. That is one ugly go. The Damascus goat. I do not like the look of that one. Imagine waking up and seeing that. God, it's nightmare fuel. Oh dear, but that is not all, as you might have seen up here. This is the axe for the Minotaur, but Gilgamesh's axe. So we can pretty much take this as confirmation. And I can't say I'm surprised, because the Tales of Gilgamesh are huge in sort of Babylonian myth, but the great man himself is also going to be in the game. And this is his axe. Very ornate. The level of detail in there is incredible. I love sort of the hieroglyphic writing, probably telling of the epic tales. Maybe this is a picture of what he looks like as well. Who knows? But yeah, that was a little tidbit that I saw in amongst this Minotaur concept that we have here. So there we are, guys. We're going to keep it short and sweet here because I am feeling a little rough. And I also just want to apologise if I'm perhaps not as enthusiastic as you are used to seeing me. Hopefully I'll feel a bit better. I got a very busy weekend at work, last few sort of weeks on the job there. But hopefully I'll get some time to make another video looking into a few other little things that have been sort of revealed to us, which I haven't touched on yet before next week's. So, thank you for watching. Look after yourselves. Take it easy. Work hard. But as always, play harder. And I'll see you in another one soon. Thank you.